Yo, good afternoon. Welcome back. It's TSG Live, going over WNBA. We will be going over Friday's games, August the 23rd. We have a 4-game slate. Um, I'm gonna try to start putting trackers or indication of what my picks are for the games. I feel like I talk a lot, and I know I talk a lot, but I feel like what I'm saying isn't as identifiable as maybe I want it to be. Like, there's a lot of verbiage around something that I could simplify. So I'll go try to put those down just so it's easier for everyone, and I'll try to keep my videos a little bit more concentrated. But other than that, I appreciate you looking. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. The first game we have the Mercury and the Dream running it right back. They just played. The Dream did win. For this game, the Phoenix is favored in the spread -1.5. Atlanta is plus 105 money line, pretty much a pick 'em. With this, I agree. It's hard for me to call which team is actually going to win or what the spread will be. But the Mercury struggled greatly in the last game. They had a lot of foul trouble. Diana Taurasi struggled from the floor. Sophie Cunningham struggled from the floor. I do expect the Mercury to come out and make a better effort to try to win this game. They're almost at 500 pretty much on the season, so they kind of do need to get in shape if they want to make a postseason run. With that being said, the Dream, as I said in my previous video, they're playing a lot better, being as though that they're healthy and they have just everybody back in their positions and rotations. Ryan Howard did struggle a little bit, but I think that's because she was honed in the last game. They wanted to make sure that they limited her. But all in all, I do think that Ryan has a better game. I think that Diana Taurasi does manage to make some threes. I think Sophie Cunningham contributes, and I think they'll make a better effort to try to stay out of foul trouble and play a better, more focused game. So, if anything, I still like Ryan Howard for 15 points and 2 threes. I like Diana Taurasi for maybe 2 threes. She might go for three just because they want to get her in an early rhythm. Look out for her shooting early to try to get her in a rhythm. I still like Kalia Copper to get to the line and get points. So I think her 20 points is still safe as well. And I like Brittany Griner to contribute as well. So that's the first game. The next game we have the Sky and the Sun. Um, the Sky haven't played in almost a week. I think that rest is going to help them greatly. The spread is -10.5 for Connecticut. Chicago is plus 450 on the money line. Personally, I'm gonna take the Sky plus the 10.5. That's just a lot of points for me personally. And I think that the Sky are capable of covering that. I think excuse me. Last time out, the Sun had a very good, just all around showing. Dewana Browner went off 29 points, 4 threes. I kind of been waiting for that game and playing against the Wings. That was like kind of a perfect game for them to do it. I do expect her momentum specifically to carry over, being as though that the guards of the Sky are a little bit undersized. They are down low. They have Camilla and they have Angel Reese, but for the most part, aside from that, the team is on the shorter side. I do like DeWanna Browder to contribute. I think that she does have. I think 15 and 2 threes for her is a given. I think Marina Mabry, her 2 threes, even 3 threes, give or take, is good to go. Whatever her line spread is, I think that's probably good to go as well. It should be. I think Kennedy Carter will have the game that we've been expecting her to have. She came going into the Olympic break. She had a ton of momentum. She was scoring like 25, 30 back, just going crazy. And then she rolled her ankle almost as soon as the Olympics ended. She hasn't really been able to like contribute like I feel like she wants to or can to her capabilities. But having this much time off, I think it just does the Sky good and it does her good. So I would say this would be a good time to pay attention, if not back Kennedy Carter. Angel Reese rebounds are always there. But yeah, so in this game, I do like DeWanna Browder, 15 2 threes. I do like Kennedy Carter to be productive, and I do like the Sky to cover the spread. Going into the next game, we have the Sparks and the Mystics. Both of these teams, they're actually both dead 6-22. Sorry about that noise. They're actually 6-22. Both teams, they're almost dead even, and they've had rough seasons. The Sparks are just trying to find it, and the same thing for the Mystics. The spread is Washington -5.5. I I like the Mystics to cover the spread. They have been playing better basketball. They have been playing competitive basketball. I think the Sparks right now they're just struggling with between the injuries and just not having the players to really compete against certain teams. I think it's catching up to them and having an effect. Um, and that's just kind of how it goes. I do like Rakaya Jackson. I do like Kia Nurse, and obviously De'Erica Hamby. but ultimately, I think that the Mystics are starting to find a rhythm with the health back because they have been in games. So we'll see how it goes. This is a game that prop wise, I could give you props, but I'm not gonna give the props here because it simply, like I said, I just want my videos to be a little bit more concentrated, and I don't want to force anything in the videos that I just don't feel 100% confident on. So with that being said, um, if anything, and you can tell I'm thinking because I keep saying but if anything, maybe Steph Dawson threes, and that's just because she's a sniper, and I back her all the time. FanDuel didn't have her lineup, and then the following game she ended up, or that game that she didn't have her lineup, she ended up going 5 for 5. I don't know if that was her last game or the game before, but that's about it. I like Washington to cover the spread. You take your own props. If anything, maybe Steph Dawson 2 threes. I know that they're going to attempt, but it all depends on if she hits it. So take that with a grain of salt. The last game of the night, we have the Aces and the Lynx. This is another game that just was played. The Lynx just beat the Aces, and to be quite honest, the Lynx played a magnificent game. I was really excited for that game just because both of these teams, these are both playoff teams, and uh, the Lynx are one of the teams that can give the Asics a run for their money as far as making it to the finals and being a competitor. They showed that. If anybody didn't know, they shot almost 60% from the field and from 3 point. And if any team is shooting like that, it's going to be hard to beat them. The Lynx starting five all contributed in double digits. So with a game like this, the same as I feel kind of about the Mercury and the Dream. I do think it's a little hard to call. I don't think the Aces liked what happened, so I do think they come out with some extra oomph. Asia, I believe she finished with 15 and 9. I do think that offensively they will try to key on her to get going. So I think Asia 20 points is good. I'm waiting for Kayla McBride to kind of get her rhythm going. She was 1 for 4 from three. Everybody else was kind of 50% just going threes. She played okay. She ended with 11 points, but I just noticed she's capable of more. So I'm hoping that she finds her rhythm soon. I feel as though they may make an effort to get her involved. So again, I'll say this: take that with a grain of salt. I am gonna take her for 2 threes. I don't know what the line on it is gonna be. I am gonna take her for 2 threes, and I am gonna take Asia for 20 points. Um, the odds on those might suck on both. I might parlay it, but again, with this being a back-to-back game, it is kind of hard to call. I believe Jackie Young went. Sorry about that, guys. I believe Jackie Young did go off on their last game. So with that being said, take that with a grain of salt as well. Um, but give me 1 second. Technical difficulty, guys. With that being said, I could give you guys props. Like I said, Courtney Williams had 10 assists, I believe. I think she's good for 6, but I also don't want to just force props in this one. This one is kind of hard for me to call, being as though I think that is a very evenly matched game. Anything is pretty much possible. Um, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum had great games. So it's like I think this is going to be a game for us to watch, and it'll be very telling. But I think that Asia does offensively contribute a little bit more. I like her for 20, if not 25 points. I'm looking at Kayla McBride's 2 threes, and maybe Courtney Williams 6 assists because that is what's going to be necessary. With that being said, that's how we're going to conclude this video. I appreciate you all guys watch. I appreciate all you guys watching that do. If you made it this far into the video, the last person that I said comment a name, he commented the right name. I asked him for his tag. He didn't say anything. So for this video, if you watched it this far, please in the comments put Diana Taurasi. I will send you $5 to put to whatever you want it to be, lunch, a bet, whatever. But with that being said, this TSG Live. I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we out of here. Best of luck to everybody. All right.